guys, Coach Eric over here.
Yeah, we're just doing a little bit of Kali, continuing the snake disarm template that we started. Yeah. So we did the empty hand version. So we're just receiving it just to learn the basic mechanics of what we call the clockwise and counterclockwise snake, which is just the relationship of your hand around the object. Okay, but when we both have some kind of tool in play, the left hand is going to do two different jobs. See, because if I don't have anything, but he feeds me a forehand here, see, it's my outside hand, my left hand, that's going to take the snake. If he feeds me the backhand, now that right hand is going to do the job. But if I'm wielding my own pocket knife, or I have a baton, umbrella, stick, water bottle, whatever, that means this hand is occupied. So now my left hand has to cover both sides. So it's a little trickier, but when he feeds me the angle one, I still want to hit the hand. I'm going to hit the leg. And that's a concept in Filipino martial arts that's kind of pervasive, is parry, check, and finishing motion. They used to say, like, parry, check, killing blow. We try to be a little more PC nowadays. And sometimes the finishing motion is just your follow-up. It's not to, like, end somebody's life or anything like that. Okay, so that would be the parry. The hand coming in would be the check. This would be the finishing shot. And it really just indicates a vital target. So in this case, kneecap, could be the ribs or the lung, could be the chin, but somewhere that's progressing into the body from limb to vital. Okay, and the same is true if we were doing this with a knife. So I'm going to go block, check, hit, and I'm going to wrap, and that would be the snake disarm. I'm going to do one, but then I'm not going to chase him, right? So the goal on this is not to do it really slow and try to retain the weapon. Yeah, the goal is to hit through and just eject. Okay. So on the backhand side, I'm going to go block, check, hit, and now I'm going to go palm up, and that's going to be the counterclockwise version. I want to bring my elbow into my body and hook the hand again to create drag. And the first one that we're going to do is my elbow is going to stay in front of my body this way. So the stick will fall away from me. What happens to a lot of people is they get here, they leave the arm long, and look at what's going to happen. It's just going to hit me, and he's not going to let go of it. So if he feeds me that backhand, after I go here, I want to pull my elbow in, and see, I stay in front of my body this way. So the stick has no chance of coming back towards me. That's number one. The second method, and we should be able to hang on to this one, is I get here, but I can't really launch it. So I even bring it further to my chest to trap the thumb. So you can't really see it from there, but his grip is open, but it's hard to let go. Yeah. So now you're going to hit the head, you're going to go over the arm, and you're going to hit through and hit the Achilles. And sometimes I can retain that. Okay? So every forehand and every backhand is going to follow this simple template. So if he gives me the angle 3, I block, check, hit, counterclockwise snake. If he gives me the angle 4, the low line, I block, check, hit, and I snake. And I can toss it or go through the arm. If he gives me the thrust, it depends on what side I go to, but predominantly we go to the inside first. Block, check, hit. So anytime you hit the bicep, that really means the head. We're just going to the bicep to be nice. Clockwise snake, take it out. That's it. So let's do one more time. We'll get a little closer. And I'll try not to, I'm not going to remove the object so we don't have to chase it the whole time. So if he gives me the angle 1, so you block, check, hit, forehand side. Yep. Backhand, block, check, hit, backhand side. 3, no different than angle 1 except for I'm using a low wing instead of an inside sweep. Block, check, hit, counterclockwise. Yep. Angle 4, low backhand, no different than number 2. And 5, because I go to the inside, we'll treat it as a forehand. If he fed me the 5 and maybe I went like abanico, now I'm on the backhand side. So really this whole set is just to get you to understand if somebody swings a forehand at you or they swing a backhand at you, what are your options? And keeping it simple is really productive. We could do a different disarm for every single angle. But then when somebody comes at you on the street,
figure it out.
Yeah, which one are you going to pull out of your data bank when you're like, oh man, okay, all right, if it's this, so if it's this degree, I do this one. When it's relatively similar, the processing time goes down and the amount of training you have to put in
to be able to make it work.
Yeah, to be able to make it work goes down. So a lot of times we have people that are like military police officers. We're going to show them stuff like this because they can get it down rapidly.
Yeah.
Okay. And the one caveat, I'll mention this in the last video too, is you don't do this if the guy's wielding a machete or a knife, right? These are not edge weapon
sharp
disarms. Yeah, a lot of these are in Arnie systems, which are all blunt instrument. So like guy has a baseball bat, he's using an umbrella, some kind of baton or club. These would work great.
Yeah.
Even a pocket knife, you would not wrap the pocket knife and do that. So we'll cover edge weapon disarms here in the near future.
Yeah,
Cool.
makes sense.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
No, it's great stuff. It really makes sense that you have to, regardless of what you're doing, like where you're going this way, your first priority is like making it on the same side. You don't cross the center line to try to put
Yeah.
it that way. It's almost like using an arm drag to put it on the
Yeah.
same side.
Exactly.
In order to make that strength. If you're like reaching across your body, it's never gonna.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the leverage. you
Yeah, and
need.
there's always that
Make that work.
angulation
Yep.
and setting the anchor,
Yeah.
right? If you don't set the anchor, heck, we did a shoulder grab in jiu-jitsu this week.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't set
Set
the
the
anchor
anchor.
before you go for the takedown or create a good angle, it's going to be garbage.
For
So
sure.
You got to make it work, right?
Yep.
Doesn't mean it's fake. I think people use that. You know, it's like you have to actually make it work. All martial arts can work, but you have to make it work. But if it's good material, your percentage odds should go
Go
up.
up,
It should
yeah.
be nearly impossible for you to make it work if
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Right on, Warriors. Thanks for watching. A little Kali video this week. We're going to continue the JKD C-Lot and some of the self-defense we've been doing in Jiu-Jitsu later on. So we'll see you guys then.
All right. Warriors
Warriors
out.